We're visiting every city in Britain on a quest to find which one is the most boring. And today we have come here to Britain's newest city, Southend-on-Sea. We're going to be rating it in 4 categories: attractions, folklore, souvenirs and food. However, there is another reason we've come to Southend today.
There's a risk it might blow up soon.
Yeah, so we'll be talking about that later. Come with us. So our first stop is Southend Pier, which at 1.3 miles is the longest pleasure pier in the entire world.
Not pier, pleasure pier.
Pleasure pier. It's so long that you can actually get a train from one end to the other. However, we're going to attempt to walk it to see what pleasures we can find along the way. If you may have noticed, we're squinting because we thought we were coming here. We thought it'd be good to come to a seaside attraction out of season. It is, believe it or not, late September and it's absolutely baking today, hence I'm not wearing shorts. I can't see because I haven't got my sunglasses. In fact, I broke my sunglasses in a previous video, which I'll link to somewhere. Fell out of a tree.
So, Paul.
Yes, dear.
How long do you think you can walk before you've had enough or get bored?
Well, if it's pleasurable, which they claim that this is a pleasure pier, I'll be all right. If there's things to do along the way, which the name pleasure pier implies there is.
What kind of things would you like to
Just
do?
things that distract me.
So the entire pier is about just over 2 kilometres.
1.3 miles.
Or 1.3 miles.
It's the length of 96 blue whales. Did you know that?
What? 96?
Uh-huh.
I would just like to make a bet with you that
you
get bored either on or before the halfway point.
All right. Well,
on or before the halfway point.
Okay, I accept the challenge.
So if you can manage to stay entertained longer than the halfway point, you win the bet.
All right. Technically, we're not walking out onto the sea, we're walking out onto the Thames estuary. Because Southend, which has a bit of it's not the best reputation, is often seen as a London overspill. So London is that way, the sea is that way. I mean, some people think of it as London's arsehole because this is where all the shit ends up, like quite literally. It all gets treated and flushed out into the sea, although in recent years Southend has had a sewage problem, as in raw sewage. Getting flushed out into the estuary. So
you wouldn't really want to go swimming here, is what you're saying?
I wouldn't. So you've put a lot of pressure on me to walk on this pier, which you could say I've succumbed to peer pressure. But if it's as pleasurable as they're claiming, which I can't say it looks particularly pleasurable at the moment, then I'll be fine. Sir John Betjeman, he said Southend is the pier and the pier is Southend. I may have misquoted him, but that's basically what he said. Doesn't look like there's a lot on it, Sanya.
No, it doesn't, does it? There's a lot of people on it.
I mean, there's some stuff at the end. There's stuff at the end, but between here and there, there's nothing. Why not just put that stuff closer?
When the tide goes out, it goes out for miles, and ships couldn't come close enough to shore, especially when tourists started sailing in from London. They'd have to get out and trek through 1.3 miles of mud, basically, to come ashore. So they built the pier and then extended it a few times so that boats coming in from London could moor when the tide was out, more further out, and they wouldn't just bypass Southend and go on to Margate, and then people could walk ashore or get a train ashore or get a carriage ashore, depending on what time of century it was.
Originally, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The risk we're taking by going out towards the end here is that we're getting closer to the ground zero of the potential explosion.
Oh.
Just saying, if it goes off.
How risky is it?
We'll get into that. Where's the pleasure?
You're not having fun?
I'm not having what I...
I've won the bet.
No, hang on, wait a minute. I'm not bored
I've
yet.
won the bet. We're not
bored
halfway.
yet. Okay, I'm not bored yet. What I'm saying is, where's the pleasure?
The pleasure's in the walking, in the movement, in the sea, the sunlight,
pleasure is
the
arcade
beautiful
machines.
fresh air.
It's a liminal space. It's the world's longest liminal space. That's what it is. Just saying. It's not pleasure. It's a void between one place and another.
Is this halfway? No.
Doesn't look halfway.
Are you bored yet?
No, now I'm having the time of my life. Isn't this pleasurable? Here I am sat. I mean, normally, yeah, I do take pleasure in that, but if there was a telly there, pleasure.
That train was packed with people.
Exactly. I guess not everyone takes pleasure in literally walking through a void. Is this what you would class as pleasure?
This is what I do for fun, Paul.
Yeah, it actually is. It's really weird.
This is what I do
That's
for
as
fun.
alien to me as someone who murders people for fun. You can actually see out there the thing.
Can you?
Yep.
How much of it can you see?
Well, you can only see the top.
That is scary.
You don't seem to be any closer.
It's like one of those optical illusions.
Even you admit it.
You keep walking and walking and walking, and the distance to the end has stayed the same.
It does
Or
feel
seems to have stayed the same. 2/3 of a mile from shore.
You know what that means?
The world's longest pleasure pier. We're over halfway.
It's said up there it's going to take 20 minutes. Why is this taking us nearly an hour?
Yeah, I wonder.
I mean, it's not pleasure, is it? In the strictest definition of the sense. When Kubla Khan set up his pleasure dome, it wasn't just like a walking up and down. There's all sorts going on in there. Yeah, people would have been disappointed if they'd rocked up to Kubla Khan's pleasure dome and he was like, okay, off you go. Just walk up and down a bit. Wouldn't they? They were expecting...
I tell you who would love it. A hamster.
We're sort of at the end of the pier now. I don't know if I can put this bit in because the Bee Gees are playing in the background at the moment. There is a lifeboat station at the end for the purposes of releasing lifeboats. So, did you? I suppose you didn't at school, because I know over there you've got bigger things to worry about than people being swept into the sea, because you've got sharks and stuff, haven't you?
I mean, people being swept into the sea is a pretty big thing to worry about.
But did you have at school them coming around with a little plastic lifeboat asking for donations?
No.
Yeah, we used to get them. You get a sticker.
No, we never got that.
Yeah, that was a big thing. I don't know if they still do it. If they still do it at schools, leave a comment. Portaloos. I mean, I've been getting whiffs all the way for the last half mile or so. And the Portaloos are right by the wacky wall of mirrors.
Shall we just move past this section?
I wanted to film the mirrors.
Oh, film them really fast. That's the Portaloo.
That is bad.
Mirror.
Aren't they wacky?
Mirror.
Oh. Okay. We had that happen to us in Lincoln. If you want to watch our Lincoln video, it's linked below. While you're down there, give us a hype, a subscribe and a like. That stunk. That's not pleasurable, is it? Is that your idea of pleasure?
Definitely not.
Something else I will say, if you walk slow and drink a lot, there's no toilets between the shore and the end
No,
here.
you gotta hold it in.
And when you get down there, I don't even know if you want to use those toilets.
Definitely not.
That is bad. So the question is, Tanya, who won the bet? Because I didn't complain once. So.
Are you sure?
Yep. I didn't complain once. So I think it's clear that I won that bet. Over there is, you can't really see it, a Mulberry Harbour. The wreck of a Mulberry Harbour, which were a concrete base of a temporary harbour that they were built for D-Day, for the D-Day landings. But that one over there came a cropper and never made it to France. Can I ask you a question? Why was Captain Birdseye called Captain Birdseye, not Captain Fish Eyes?
I think it's because birds fly above boats and then with their little bird's eyes, they look for fish.
That's actually quite logical.
Yeah.
Can I ask you another question?
Yes.
Does he sound more sinister if he's called Uncle Birdseye?
Definitely.
That does sound, it's amazing what just one word difference makes. Uncle Birdseye.
Oh, don't trust him.
Fit for the uncle's table.
Don't trust him.
Also, so let's change another word. Instead of changing captain, let's change Birdseye to Captain Murderer. See the difference it makes?
Oh, where are the boats?
Up there.
Oh man, there's more walking.
Hang on, wait, whoa, is that for real?
No. No, yay, there's more walking.
The jury is out on whether Southend Pier lives up to its name of the world's longest pleasure pier. However, I had a very pleasurable experience down here. Didn't I? Sorry, that sounds really... I ended up talking to an elderly gentleman who was evacuated here in the war from London and never went back. And he just gave us the history of the last 300 years and everything you might want to know about Charles Dickens. And that is my catnip, frankly. All of that, I loved it. I could have chatted to him all day. We heard about a ship out there near Sheerness that went down in the war.
Over there, that's the island Sheppey.
Oh yeah, that's
Right,
Sheppey
now,
there.
if you look along the top of the island,
Yeah.
when you get to the right-hand end, when the island slopes down,
Oh yeah,
it's sloping down towards Sheppey, and where it slopes down in the water there,
Yeah.
that is where this ammunition ship is.
Oh, that's
with
where.
1,800 tons of bombs still on board. It dropped anchor over at high tide, and when the tide went out, as it went down, there was a sandbank underneath, and the weight of the ship snapped. When it came to the sandbank, it snapped in half. It's called the SS Richard Montgomery.
Right, yeah.
Legally, it still belongs to the Americans.
No way.
Does it?
In 1944, they got volunteers come from the dockyard there to go on board, and they removed as many of the fuses as they could possibly remove. Then they've left it and said legally it still belongs to the Americans, and once a year they have to come over to check it.
Yeah.
And I spoke to one of them because people say they should move it,
Yeah.
and he said to move it they'd have to build a wall around it, a dam around it,
Right.
and drain the water out.
Train back.
Train back. So, verdict on Pier.
Excellent.
Old man at the end, excellent. Train, where are you, Sanya? There.
Here.
Train, far, far, far too hot. All my sweat ran into my eyes and got absorbed
Did
by
it?
my contact lenses. Yeah, my eyes are stinging.
Oh, no.
So if you like that, if you find that sort of thing pleasurable, I recommend getting the train back. We've bought our tap, we shall show you that later. We bought that in the Southend Pier gift shop. We also bought some postcards for a giveaway. So sign up to our Patreon or become a channel member if you'd like to stand a chance to win a postcard.
Look at this gorgeous design.
There's a really bad smell around here. Bad stagnant water.
Oh, look, the sea's gone out.
Oh, it's that, isn't it?
Wow.
That's the scent.
Well,
the
it goes
source
so
of the
far
stench.
out.
Because this weird tidal pool thing was full of water earlier, and it looked like horrible stagnant
Three
water.
Shells Lagoon.
Reeks. But other than that, so far, Southend may have surprised us.
So far, so good.
Three Shells Lagoon, more like Three Shits Lagoon.
Always the
That's-
most respectful visitor to a place.
That's what it smells like. Like,
Oh, there's a guy peeing. Oh, I did not want to see that.
God. Behind us is the Southend Cliff Lift, which goes from like there to there. Their slogan is, we put the fun in funicular, and you go on and it's just like nothing, but it takes 3.5 hours to get from the bottom to the top. So Southend gets a bad rap, but I don't want to kind of just add to that. And we came here hoping to not say anything too negative. You know, it's Britain's newest city. It's only been a city since 2022 in slightly tragic circumstances. It was named a city in honour of the MP David Amos, who was murdered. Sorry to bring the mood down, but I've got to say, I've never known a seafront to stink like this does.
No, let's be clear.
Stinks.
It does not stink when the tide is in. I like it.
It's
I
fine.
think it's really
we haven't
pretty.
been into the town, but we're not going
You
to
keep
either.
saying that. Every time I say
Yeah, I know,
I
because
really like Southend.
People might be watching this for a guide to Southend. All we've done is spend 3 hours on a
on the
bloody
pier, and I love it.
We're not done yet. You know, we also have the exploding thing to cover, which, yeah, this is a good example of what I mean by Southend getting a bad rap, is that the joke is that when the thing may explode, that it would cause millions of pounds worth of improvements to Southend and Sheerness over the other side of the estuary, which seems unfair.
I don't get it. Come here and judge it for yourself, because I don't get why it gets a bad rap.
Just wear a peg on your nose. The next category on which we are rating Southend is food, and we have been recommended by one of our viewers, Ben Jackson, to try a Rossi's. I might have an ice cream for dogs.
Sorry?
I've got mint flavoured dog ice cream. What's the deal with that?
Oh, interesting. Make it more interesting for the dogs.
Dogs care.
They might.
We're doing a vlog thing for our YouTube. No, YouTubers. All that. Yeah. Yeah. We're trying the local ice cream.
I see.
Yeah. I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah, we hope so.
I'm just interrupting.
That's all right.
okay.
You can interrupt. Hello.
Hi.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Seen you on YouTube.
Have you?
Oh, wow.
Have you?
Yeah.
What were we doing on there?
You're doing exploring of some sort.
Exploring.
Doing
Yeah,
exploring.
you're right,
Yeah, we
actually.
do that.
Do we get to join?
If you want to.
Whoops.
Oh, easy now.
We get paid.
No,
we don't get
paid.
Yo, wait. So where do you post this?
YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah.
So again.
Hellfire Club. We went to the real Hellfire Club
Your
last week.
teacher.
Paul and Sanya. PaulandD.
I watch. Wait, I'll search it up.
Do you?
Oh.
We're doing exploring on there.
Yay.
Good.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
Can you type it in? Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
We kind of hijacked the.
That's all right. You hijack away.
No.
No.
We kind of hijacked the video, but you know this is Southend, so
Yeah. Do you know?
it's free.
Do you know about the big ship out there that's going to blow up?
Paul.
What?
There's a big
Why would you say that?
There's a big sunken ship from World War II out there. It's got
Yeah.
bombs and things in it.
All right, well, bye guys.
Well, it's very
You've
nice.
tasted your. Oh,
Yeah,
you were
I was eating out of anxiety.
Mine's melting.
Dubai chocolate, which is the whole, supposedly the most delicious chocolate in the world. It's from Dubai, and And you can now buy it in.
But it's meant to be delicious because
You buy
it's
it in
got
corner shop.
pistachio chocolate, pistachio cream, I think, and then like shredded wheat or something.
Yeah, it does
or
look like
pastry.
it does. That's what it looked like. It looked like shredded wheat.
I think that's what it is. Mine's, I haven't tasted it yet. So it's the mint aero flurry, but it's got like a green syrup thing at the bottom, which looks a bit
You
worrying.
need to eat it because mine's rapidly
Yeah.
melting. I don't know about you, but I'm not at ease.
So I know
Right.
I said I wouldn't be your guys'
No, you didn't bother us
video.
again.
When do you post it?
This will probably be next week sometime.
And I used to have a TikTok account and I was like really bad at it. And then I got kicked off because I'm underage.
Oh no!
Oh, dear.
I'm 8 and I don't even have a
subscribers
YouTube
do you
channel.
guys?
Oh, you
We've
just
only
watch other
just
people's.
started.
I'll
Yeah.
subscribe.
Don't you do
Oh, thank you.
Well,
We've done one.
bye guys.
See you later.
Have a lovely weekend.
Yeah, enjoy your
Oh,
weekend.
thank you.
It's so far. Work that.
Christ. Oh, stress eating. There, that finished all.
Well done.
Will you please get the hell out of here?
Don't think you have to spend a fortune if you come and visit Southend. Here are 5 free things that you can do here. Check the ambient radiation levels. Grab a beach snack. Emit a William. Perform a freestyle dance. Become the turtle. Just doing a silly video.
Did he ask if I was all right?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Could you help me out? Good morning. Because we spent too long walking along the pleasure pier yesterday, we were forced to stay overnight in Southend in order to get all our filming done. So we have woken up this morning to grey skies and rain, which I don't know about Sanya, but this is much more my vibe. Given that yesterday I almost perished of heat stroke and blindness.
Blindness?
Oh, it's the sun. I
Dehydration.
didn't- No, I'm not confusing dehydration and blindness. I think they're two quite different things. Maybe your eyes got dehydrated and shriveled up. Anyway,
You have 2 raisins in your skull.
just rattling around in the sun.
Yeah, oh, he's dehydrated again.
Just-
Quick, rehydrate him. Or if anyone's seen the 3-body problem. Anyway,
Okay.
sorry. Sorry.
We're sat right now on the Cliff Gardens, I think.
Yeah, we've got a gorgeous view.
Yeah, we've got the estuary. Something I don't know if we caught on camera yesterday was just how far out the sea goes.
When the tide,
Tide's
yeah,
out.
when the, no, hopefully I did get it on the train
Oh,
back.
did you?
You could see,
Yeah, but even afterwards we saw it was like it's just
goes
weird.
out for miles.
Just vanishes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there we go. So catch you in a minute. So as it turns out, Southend's a bit light on folklore, but they do have something that's kind of modern folklore. This looks like I'm doing this as a bit. It's not. This stinks. You can probably imagine what it stinks of. So this is the story of Southend's Ratman, and it begins here in this underpass that literally stinks of urine. It's bad. You should see Sandra's face. Anyway, sorry, does that look like Hitler? The story goes that an old homeless man sheltered in this underpass from the cold and was set upon by a gang of youths and almost beaten to death. And while he was shivering and laying there injured, he was set upon next by a swarm of rats who ate his face. And subsequently people have reported seeing a rat-like giant figure in the underpass. It's obviously a load of old bollocks. That's it. That's all there is to the story. That's it. That's as far as it goes. But you look up Ratman of Southend, they love it here. It's like big deal in Southend, the Ratman, and it's this underpass, which we may be the last people here to film an important documentary within this underpass because they're getting rid of it. So what will that do to the ghost of the Ratman?
So I have a challenge
Stinks.
for you. It does, actually.
Oh my God, there's a bag of shit.
No, how do you know? Oh, it is actually. I have a challenge for you. I was going to get cheese, but we don't have any cheese and there are no little shops around to buy some. But we have a bag of cashews and I want to see if you can walk through the underpass.
No, sorry, it's the bag of
holding.
shit. No, it's not.
It's been there the whole time. You've
didn't
only
see
just
it,
started
exactly.
watching it. It smells
can
worse
see
than
it.
wee in there. Oh, the wee smell is out of control.
Don't, I can't do this. You wanted this whole thing of me, would I be brave enough to walk through in case I get eaten by the Ratman while carrying some cheese? The issue isn't that, the issue is where I get through. I can feel the back of my throat going.
Okay, fine, let's go. It stinks of wee anyway. Let's go.
The issue is oh, it's set off the reflex now and it won't stop. Oh, I can't walk through it. Just film down it, please.
There you go.
Scared.
That's the underpass.
Look, I have a better potential cryptid.
All right.
If that's what you want, folklore-wise.
Very echoey. I'm going to get out of here. It absolutely reeks.
The Ratman of Southend, here on, I think it's just called Queensway, which is being redeveloped. They're changing it all, getting rid of the subway. God. I've just changed my shirt. It's not a different day, it's that simple, just changed my shirt, that's all. So behind us is Southend Police Station. Back in the 50s and 60s when it was built, this was a state-of-the-art facility, one of the most high-tech police stations in the country. But in 1987, a guy called Bill Ramsey, who was born and raised in Southend, turned up here with a prostitute that he'd performed a citizen's arrest on. As he stopped the car, the prostitute ran terrified into the police station. Officers came out to find out what was going on, and Ramsey proceeded to attack them in the manner of a wolf. They promptly arrested him.
Wait, hold on. What do you mean in the manner of a wolf?
Like snarling, biting, clawing. Apparently he was possessed with like a superhuman strength.
Terry Fisher on the floor, just over this location, with Bill Ramsey sitting on top of him.
He was saying, "The devil is in me. When the devil is in me, I am strong."
That's all I knew, that it was something I'd never witnessed before. It was not natural.
I had no mental illness. I was possessed, demonically possessed with a wolf spirit.
They put him in a cell, and the cell had a window in it. I've seen video footage of the actual cell. Small little window, you know, so they can pass food in, check on him, had a grill on it, strong metal grill. Ramsey punched his way through the grill, tried to get out, got his head and arm through. They had to basically put soap on him to push him back in because it was like such a small hole.
His head, right arm, up to his shoulder was outside this hole.
And Ramsey, he was a mild-mannered guy. He was married, he had kids, but over the course of his life, he would get possessed by these wolf-like rages.
Was it every full moon?
No. The first time was when he was a kid, was the first time that he felt the wolf overcome him. And then nothing happened for some years. Then he attacked some friends in a car, biting someone's leg. In 1983, he went berserk in a hospital. But he described it as seeing or feeling this sort of rage build up in his chest and just sort of losing control. But he also spoke of looking in a mirror and seeing a wolf looking back at him.
Oh.
Now, eventually he was exorcised because this story, it was a big story back in the day. This happened. This wasn't, you know, this wasn't the Ratman or nonsense like that. Bill Ramsey was real. But Ed and Lorraine Warren, who demonologists and paranormal Americans, arranged for him to travel to America and be exorcised. And after that point, Ramsey was never possessed by the wolf again. There you go. So is that, I don't know if that classes as folklore, but it became a bit of a legend.
Yeah, that classes as folklore.
You think so?
Yeah.
The werewolf of Southend.
Yeah.
And that was real, everyone. Wasn't some stupid urban legend about a homeless man who had his face eaten by rats and then got turned into some sort of cryptid ghost hybrid rat man thing in a horrible, pissy underpass. Bill Ramsey was real. Shout out to him. So, behind me, Thames Estuary. In August 1944, the SS Richard Montgomery, which was a transport ship transporting munitions, and it was going to be carrying weapons and explosives over to France. When it hit a sandbank here in the estuary and sank, and it split in half when it hit the bottom, and it's still there. The reason it's still there is because it's too dangerous to move, because aboard the SS Richard Montgomery is 1,400 tons of high explosives. Now, the area around it is an exclusion zone. Literally just this year in 2025, the government also imposed a no-fly zone above it. And the reason for that is that if the Richard Montgomery, which is crumbling, if it explodes, it will be the largest explosion outside of a nuclear weapon in history. There will be extensive damage here in Southend. We're actually just outside Southend. This is Shoebury Common Beach. And it will absolutely devastate Sheerness, which is just over a mile away from it, on the far bank of the estuary over there. You can actually see the masts of the ship poking out the water. We could see them yesterday when we were at the end of the pier. They did last year plan to remove the masts. However, they abandoned that when they realised how delicate a position the ship is in, and that doing anything to it could potentially set it off. Now, the government officially have said that the chances of it exploding are remote. However, Some people think that is downplayed, not least because the ship is falling apart. Some people think the seawater may have neutralised the explosives. Other people think that the seawater is precisely what makes the explosive more volatile. No one can seem to agree. You know, it totally depends on which expert you ask. It is something that people in Southend, and particularly Sheerness, have to live with. It is a very real, ever-present threat. So this is potentially the worst case scenario. So a fireball and shockwave would devastate Sheerness and the Isle of Sheppey over there. Windows could shatter as far away as London. Structures within a few kilometres would be flattened or heavily damaged. A sudden detonation would likely cause severe casualties in Sheerness and surrounding coastal towns, particularly from the shockwave, flying debris, collapsing buildings and secondary fires. With no evacuation, worst case models have suggested thousands of deaths and injuries. Because the ship lies in the Thames estuary, a massive underwater explosion would displace huge amounts of water. A local tsunami or tidal wave would hit Sheerness and Southend within minutes, flooding low-lying areas, and secondary flooding might reach parts of the Thames corridor. Sheerness and the Thames shipping lanes could be rendered, at least for a time, unusable. The London Gateway Port and Tilbury Docks, major trade hubs, might be disrupted. There could be damage to oil and gas facilities, which, don't forget, there is exactly that over there, as we learned yesterday, and that could have a ripple effect out on the UK economy. However, there will also be environmental consequences. It would scatter metal fragments and chemical residues along the coast. Possible release of toxic compounds such as TNT derivatives. Marine ecosystems in the Thames estuary could be devastated. I mean, we've just learned there's seals along here, porpoises and the funny little birds. UK authorities monitor the wreck constantly, and the risk of spontaneous detonation is considered low if the wreck is left undisturbed. However, that doesn't include whether the wreck collapses in on itself, which it is slowly doing. Deterioration of the munitions and the hull raises long-term uncertainties. So past studies, including a 1970s report, were kept secret for decades and confirmed that if it went off, it would be catastrophic for the immediate area. So people didn't know about this for a long time. Now I appear in boats. So the impact on Southend, I mean, Sheerness is a whole nother story. Sheerness is buggered, basically, if it goes off. But Southend, there will be glass and light structural damage, widespread window breakage along the seafront and town centre, so people will be injured by flying glass if it goes off. This is like 5 miles away. The pier and adjacent promenades will be vulnerable to shock and debris. Sections could be damaged or temporarily unusable. So there will be water displacement and flooding. A short-lived surge could overtop low-lying seafronts and marinas. There will be some debris and shrapnel. Most heavy fragments would fall nearer the wreck, but lighter debris could pepper Southend's waterfront. So it's a sort of metaphor, isn't it, for how we all live our lives. We kind of just get on and watch our telly programmes and do our things, and there's a ticking time bomb underneath it all. Sorry to bring the mood down on the video, but you know, in talking to people here, they seem to either be in denial or just try not to think about it or just ignore it altogether.
Or genuinely think that it's not a risk. Because we did speak to someone who said it's not a risk because the explosives haven't been put together. But
I've heard otherwise. And you have to wonder, you know, the things we have to tell ourselves in order to get by. Yeah, the stories we have to tell ourselves in order to deal with things that are awkward or uncomfortable. You know, if there's no threat, why do the government constantly monitor it? Why is there a no-fly zone above it?
And no sailing zone around it.
Yeah. If anyone's watching this from Southend, how do you, or Sheerness for that matter, do you ever think about it? How often do you think about it? Is it any part of your life? But my question for anyone who doesn't live in Southend or Sheerness, could you live somewhere where there is a risk, however remote, of an explosion that is almost the size of a nuclear explosion? Has that kind of level of power? A rapidly crumbling ship full of 1,400 tons of explosives that could go off at any minute. Could you live with that? Leave a comment, I'm curious. Uncle Tom's Cabin, that's an unexpected anti-slavery message here in Southend. Didn't expect Southend to be so woke. What do we think of Southend?
I really like it. I thought it was a great place to visit.
We didn't really explore the town centre. We drove through it. It's a town centre. You know what they look like, especially these days with the high street collapsing. We're actually in Leigh-on-Sea now, which is just outside of Southend. But the residential bits that we drove around, the seafront, all of it.
Really pretty.
It's nice. It's an underrated place. It's got a bad reputation. I don't know if that's because it's part of London, really. You know, it's seen as sort of London by the sea. I don't know if it's because it's in Essex, which is another area that gets a bad reputation. I don't know, but it was okay. It has got a slightly weird vibe, and I think that's because it's on an estuary, not the sea. The sea part is a bit weird and smelly yesterday when it was hot. The sea views aren't super pretty because you have got a chemical plant directly opposite.
They're pretty, but also dystopian.
Yeah, there's something slightly dystopian about
Seeing a massive chemical plant in the distance.
And the stories about the sewage aren't terribly inspiring. And obviously there's a 1,400 tons of unexploded munitions just off the coast. So, you know, it's got things going for it, but also, but I certainly, you know, living with the constant threat of being blown up, I don't think you can call it boring. If you have an opinion on Southend, leave a comment below. If you live in Southend or you've been here and your opinion differs from ours, I'd like to know. It's time to look at our tat that we got and what we're going to give to our patrons. We had a wander around the Southend Pier gift shop. They had all the sorts of things you expect. Coasters with Southend Pier on them, tea towels with Southend Pier on them. So we could have got something like that. However, we got something else which we are going to give to one of our lucky patrons, which we've never seen before, probably because we don't live in Essex, and it is a box of Essex tea that is designed for Essex water.
Blended for Essex water, and it's the Saxon brew.
80 tea bags will be going to one of our lucky patrons or channel members.
A lovely souvenir that won't take up space forever.
It has Essex facts on there.
Oh, cool.
Back in the day, Colchester was the capital of Britain. We're talking AD 43. Southend-on-Sea currently we know that, longest pier. Essex has 350 miles of coastline. That's equivalent to driving from London to the Alps. Essex takes the top spot when it comes to islands.
Oh.
It has more than any other county in England, 35. 100% plastic free. Become a patron or channel member and you could win our tea bags and we will sign the box.
Will we?
Yeah, why not? What's the point? They don't just want a
What if someone wants an unsigned box?
They're tough. Let's get home before this place blows up.
Yeah.